Hi there. I'm Molly Gordon, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm delighted to be part of Tea Silvestre's 30-day Blooming Your Online Relationships Challenge. And I want to talk to you about connection. You see, connection is not something we do. Especially online, we can become preoccupied with the mechanics of connection, and there's so much about internet marketing that we can be caught up in the techniques, the methodologies, the best practices, the flavor of the month strategy, and we forget that really and truly it's all connected. We are all connected. Connection isn't something to do, it's something to wake up to. It's about waking up to who you really are. Because here's the deal, when we start thinking about how to connect to someone, when we get caught up in the methodologies, the strategies, we start thinking about ourselves. We start protecting our identities, thinking about our self-image, our self-esteem. The ego comes into play. And we lose touch with our authentic selves, the people that we just are. And when that happens, our feeling of connection to others naturally goes away. So what I'd like you to do is recognize and reflect on the fact that the only thing that keeps us ever from connecting with each other is our thinking in the moment, our thoughts of separateness. The only thing in the way of connecting authentically are self-protective thoughts about protecting an identity, an image, a status. And while we can't get away from those, the ego is always in play. It's just part of being inhuman. Being inhuman, it's just part of being human. The ego is always in play, and we can't get away from having those thoughts of separateness, those thoughts of identity and self-protectedness. But we always have the choice to not buy in. We can let the thoughts run along. I like to think about it as sending the ego and its concerns out to play. It can run along, the thinking can happen, but I don't need to invest in it, and neither do you. And as soon as you recognize that, as soon as you recognize that just because you're having thoughts of separateness, thoughts about your image or value or how you're coming across, as soon as you recognize it's just thinking, you'll feel a little freedom from that. So just for today, I'd like you to play with the realization that really you already are connected. You're already part of the great fabric of life. And ask yourself, what one small thing would you like to do? How would you like to reach out if you weren't worried about your image, if you weren't preoccupied with success or failure? What one small thing would you like to do? Then do it. Keep it simple, keep it real, and have a good time. If you get stumped, think about one of the things, and I bet there are a lot of them, that you've considered doing but haven't yet put into effect. Choose one of those and ask yourself, what small step can you take now to do that thing? Enjoy, because really you're already connected.